Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Theo Walcott should return to first team training later this week. Walcott, of course, suffered a head injury and was knocked out in Saturday's 3-1 defeat by Manchester City at Goodison Park. Walcott suffered the injury in the opening minute and needed to be stretchered off and taken to hospital to be observed, but he is recovered fully and should return to training, like I say, later this week in time to be considered for Saturday's trip to Burnley. Hasn't had a great start to the season, Theo, and obviously Saturday was frustrating for him, but we'll have to see whether Marco Silva considers him for a starting position this week. We won't know till the end of the week. Rafael Leao rejected a move to Everton in the summer ahead of a move to AC Milan. Marcel Brand's Marco Silva had identified the 20-year-old Portuguese striker who was playing for Lille at the time as a player who could come in to Everton and score some goals, but sadly the 20-year-old fancied a move to AC Milan instead. He started off with 1 goal and 3 assists for Milan so far this season, but they are struggling in Serie A at the moment as well. Everton, of course, went on to sign Moise Kean. It's not clear whether they still would have done that, of course, if they'd have got Leao as well. But he is a good player, Rafael Leao. We'll have to see whether he develops or not at Milan and whether the situation they're in at the moment ensures that he's up for sale next summer. Who knows? Who knows? Digne is exactly the type of professional who sets an example to the rest of the Everton squad. That's according to Marco Silva. He said not just his quality as a player, but he comes in, works hard and wants to improve every single day. So he's been a fantastic signing for us since we brought him in. He was one of my first targets and I was delighted to get him in. And he's right, Digne has been excellent since Everton purchased him from Barcelona last August. He's come into the club, been absolutely immense for the most part. Scoring goals, free kicks, loads of assists, loads of quality with that left foot. So much so that we were all a little bit worried about Leighton Baines and when he'd come to the end. And the transition from Baines to Digne has meant that no one even really talks about Leighton anymore, which is the biggest compliment we can pay to Digne, isn't it? And Digne has also had this say on Idrissa Gueye, saying that Everton are missing him, which is what we all know. But he said he was the man who balanced our team out. He said he was such a key player for us. He'd break up defensive attacks and start our offensive attacks. And he said he was everywhere, all over the pitch, great at recovering the ball. He said he reminds me of N'Golo Kante, such a fantastic player. We wish him well at PSG, but we do miss him at Everton. And he's absolutely right, isn't he? You know, especially with not having Kurt Zouma as well, having lost those 2 players who were key for Everton last season, not having those 2 in the middle of the the spine of the team. We're really finding it difficult at the moment to get a balance that counteracts their losses. So hopefully, we can get Jean-Philippe Gbamin back, get him in that team, and hopefully he can do a bit of the job what Gana did, but maybe with a little bit more forward play. Who knows? And finally, David Undred has had his say on Anthony Gordon. He said his flexibility may be the key to him getting a chance in the first team sooner rather than later. He said he's progressing beautifully. He works incredibly hard, great work ethic, quick, can beat a man. He said he's progressing brilliantly, but because he can play off the left or the right wing or through the middle, which he's doing now, it means he may get his chance with Marco Silva, because he said modern day strikers have to be flexible, and that's what Anthony is. Gordon is playing as a 9 at the moment for Everton, due to the fact that Fraser Hornby has gone out on loan to Belgium. Bassa Sambu, of course, left the club in the summer as well. So Anthony Gordon has been employed through the middle, and is progressing brilliantly. He really is scoring goals, putting in top performances, played brilliantly for England as well. So, we may see him in the first team squad sooner rather than later. He is training with the first team squad most days now, Finch Farm. So, fingers crossed he could be the next one who breaks into the first team. Check out an interview I've done with Paddy Boyland from The Athletic. We do discuss Anthony Gordon in more detail. And that is it for today. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you want more videos, get over and join us on Patreon. See you later.